Welcome. Glad you can join me. Hello, Miss Kimberly.
What's up? What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm seeing here. I know I just came in like out of nowhere, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, loneliness? Is it bad? Is it good for you? For
Yeah.
real? We want to talk about it?
Oh,
Let's talk
yeah.
about it. Yeah, let's
Oh,
get in.
yes. Yes, get it off your chest. How do you feel
That's
about that?
what. Word up. Loneliness is a state of mind, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
The way I say it, the reason why I say that is uh, because a lot of times people do need to go into what I call hermit mode. It's not loneliness, it's actually just going within and being by yourself. There's a lot of times that people be in a group of people or have a group of people to feel validated. You don't need that. There should be no reason for you to have to be in a group to be validated. A lot of people can't stand to be alone. And that's one of the reasons why. Because they have a fear of abandonment. They have a fear of, not connecting, as you were saying. So I believe that loneliness is a mindset because you gain so much while you're alone. You're actually never really alone if you think about it. But you do gain a lot while you're alone. You get more downloads, and that's in spiritual speaking, but you'll be able to sort things out without a group of people around you. There is no such thing as loneliness. You're never, just like you said, there is no such thing as loneliness. It's a mindset. Oh, I'm lonely. No, you're just in need of company. You're in need of energy. You're in need of communication. You're not lonely. You can communicate with yourself. You can transform your energy to something positive. There is no such thing as loneliness. But there is a such there is a such thing as sadness. Now, if you're putting them two together, then you're gonna have a serious problem because misery loves company, and if you stay stuck in a negative energy, you know what I'm saying, you're going
yes.
to continue to gravitate towards people, or people will gravitate towards you that are the same negative energy as you.
Yeah.
So, also being in alone, like by yourself, there's people that may not like the fact that you get all the clout. So they'll do and say things complaining or being your friend or pretending to be your friend or whatever have you not. Pretending to give you good advice when in fact they're really not. And that's bringing your vibration down, but you're stuck there. You're stuck with these people because you don't want to be alone. I think it's a mental state. I know I talk too much, but that's what the point
Um,
was, right?
no, no, that's excellent. That's a great point. I mean, I'm intrigued. I mean, really am. So you're speaking from the mind, the mind, right? You're coming from the mental side of it. So if that's the mental side of that, so that means that you leave room for growth, for lessons learned, right? Does that
You
strengthen you? I mean, have you experienced that? Have that strengthened you at all? At
oh,
all?
my whole life has been by yourself. Yeah, and even now in this situation that I just got out of, it's like, okay, you don't want to chill with me. I'm gonna make sure you chill with no one. You're gonna really be lonely. No, I'm gonna be by myself, and I've always been by myself, and I'm doing really good that way because I don't have all these mouths around me, all these negativities around me, all these ideas, all these energies around me telling me that I need to be a certain way when I shouldn't be. I just want to be me.
That's right, and I mean nothing wrong with that. And actually, the more focus you on yourself, the more you're standing on your own foundation anyway. I mean, and
Perfect.
then too, like you said, you're gonna the more you into yourself and you give yourself that love, you're gonna bring in that company anyway of what you're gonna be connected to or what you need to be connected to anyway.
Or
You you know, and that's part of that lonely part of growing. You see that good part of lonely.
That's the non-sadness part of the lonely.
I agree.
When you know
Yeah.
yourself, you're not gonna, when you know who you are, okay, you will not have to have a group of people to make you feel validated. It just makes sense.
That's
But if
true.
you have people that don't want you to gravitate towards other, they want you to be alone. They want you to be alone, but they also are wanting you to be sad,
Oh
feel like
wow.
you're neglected, that emptiness feeling. But that's not the case. That's not always the case anyway. You being by
Mm.
yourself is not always the case of you being sad and lonely. You can still be happy by yourself.
Yes, yes, definitely. I totally agree. But that, now you hit on something. So more so, if you're in the relationship, it's almost like you're saying you could be in a relationship, right? But you
Oh,
could
you want to
still
talk
be
relationship? Let's
lonely. I
get
mean, but
it.
I'm just saying that. But you're lonely for what you just stated was like you could still be lonely in a group, even if it's in a group or even in a relationship. Basically, you could
Oh
still
yeah.
be lonely and not grow anywhere and not gain any kind of self knowledge of anything, right? Because you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to appease
People please.
right, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That thing about relationships, I see a lot of people. They're in one relationship and then it don't work out. They jump into another one, and they jump into another one. The fear of being alone and abandoned, and how are other people going to see me if they don't know that I got a bait? I got to keep up with the Joneses. No, you have to heal first of all, because it looked like you got some situations going on where you're repeating the same cycle over and over again, jumping into different relationships. It's not going to change that until you take that time and go into hermit mode, find who you are, study yourself, love yourself, put value and trust in yourself. Then you know when you finally are ready for a relationship, a real relationship, not those fly by nights that just want to have skins. My bad, I'm old. Skins. and keep and keep it moving. But yeah, for real, you'll be able to have a prosperous relationship. The next relationship that you get into will be a prosperous one, because you'll be able to discern when someone is not really for you. The energies are not perfect, the energies are not matching. You'll be able to, relate to this person to a form that, okay, well, they really are my level. This is something that could grow and prosper and manifest. I don't think I need to look any further. Only because you know who you are.
Wow.
You know who you are. You know what you want. You know who you want. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have 7 options out there, but only one of them is not one of those options. It will be somebody that's totally different than what you ever thought. Because now you're living in a totally different form of life, because you have found yourself. You have really went within and dug out the song by Frankie Beverly and Maze. I know, like I said, I'm old, y'all. So
All
Frankie
right.
Beverly and Maze, and his song is called "Reaching Down Inside for More," right?
Hmm.
So it gets hard. It gets hard. Now I ain't saying that you going alone, you gonna be by yourself, and you not gonna, cry it out and get it all out. Eventually, that has to happen. You have
Yes.
to destroy in order to build. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
getting rid of and breaking down those walls and finally getting into yourself, well, you're gonna hit it. You really gonna hit it. But you have to take that time for yourself. You have to go into hermit mode in order to suppress and peel away all the negative stuff, so you can find out who you truly are, so you can get into a good relationship that is prosperous and growing and beneficial for you and the person, so you can be happy. Anything that's other than keeping your mind at peace is a hell no.
Well, I tell you what, Miss Complexity, this is that's pretty interesting. I mean, you hit on a lot of things there. I'm I
Yeah, I
mean,
talk too
you on.
much.
No, no, that's great. You're on point. I mean, your time is about to run out. If you want to come back, that'll be fine. But I can tell you, you are right on point with what you're saying because those are like a lot of the strong points that people need when they're on their journey back to self like that, right? You know, those strong points that you need, you can hit. You see them, you understand them, you learn from them, you keep moving, you grow, right? It's like it's 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 like it's you're expanding. You know, you expand your mind. You actually come out of that mindset, and that's the problem. You know, you don't want to have a mindset. You want to be mindful.